What is our thumbnail?
I don't know. I'm looking right now.
Okay. What's good, YouTube? It is your boy Thesis, aka Thesis himself, from Vaping with Thesis Ass, right? God bless it. Now
No,
look,
it's this one.
right now?
Yeah, right now.
Oh, that's cool as fuck. So now do I know how to do that?
I think so. On accident.
Now I know how to do that on accident, guys. Welcome to this super sweet thumbnail. This was supposed to be an anti-corona live stream. But I guess now it's not. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
All right, we've got Melissa Beauty in the Vape. Hello. Will Boyles, Yankee Reviews, Shane Smith.
What's up, Shane?
Vaping Vendetta, Robin. Billy. 808, we missed you too, Beauty. Hello, Shane. Res Dunn, hello. Bad Mother Trucker says, hola, familia.
Hola, ¿qué pasó?
Hello, everybody. Hello, the Flavor Vapor says, what's up, Nothing,
the
Mandy?
Flavor Vapor.
That's all I got so far. Anonymous Vapor, Cloud Chaser, Chasing Flavor. Hello.
I need you to be a little more excited.
You just got to give me a minute.
All right.
Thanks, Shane. This is my hair looks good.
It always looks good. Thank you, Shane. Bitch. All right, guys, real quick. I'm sorry. China. Las Vegas.
Vaping Vendetta says, damn it, I'm trying to mix up some batches.
That's exactly what I've been doing today. Matter of fact, Mandy's dad stopped over.
Did he? You didn't tell me that.
No, your dad stopped over.
Oh, what did he want?
Liquid, but then he tried to give me a hug, and I was like,
My dad tried to give you a hug?
Kinda.
And you didn't give one back?
We always do.
I know.
But not this time. We didn't hug. I was just kidding.
Did you elbow him?
Yes.
Somebody elbowed me today.
Did they?
Yeah. It was kind of a joke, but at the same time, like, not
it's like,
a joke.
We're only saying it's a joke because this is awkward.
Yep.
Yep. Hang on. I'm going to test this out.
Thank you.
All right, sorry, that was super boring beginning.
So no, it's all right. Just got to give everybody a minute to get in and say hi to each other and get going. Oh, you were talking about mixing up batches.
Yeah, so I was mixing up some liquid, my ice, my standard ice. It's my staple, and I swear to God, this is a real story.
Blue. I've never seen a flavor like a colored.
Yeah. No, they shouldn't do that.
Icy guava lemonade.
It's delicious.
Why shouldn't they do that?
It's not good, but let's not talk about this one.
Okay.
This is the sponsor here.
Oh, okay. So we'll talk
but
about.
the only reason why I'm not talking about that is because that's the one we're going to give away.
Can I talk about it?
Or using it because we're going to give it away. Yeah.
Made with natural brown. Oh, you were
talking about that.
Didn't you use it?
Not that one. I've got.
Okay. I was going to say because you talked about it for like 3 days.
Yeah. Well, no, I've used it, but not that one in particular.
It's brown sugar vape.
It's delicious.
Cookie.
That
made with natural brown sugar.
You
guys have been talking about it for like all week. Bob Squatch. It's awfully late for you.
Bob Squatch. Nope, not for him to go live. That's all right. You know.
What?
It's cool. Nothing. We're just waiting for him to get off. That's all. That's what we're doing.
Hey, how's that brown sugar on the coils?
Oh, it is. It's a murderer.
It doesn't get weird.
It does. Yeah. Well, no,
it gets a little crusty on the coils.
Yeah, it's going to develop some carbon, but the flavor is so worth it. I was kidding, by the way, Bob Squatch. Love you.
Oh, he's got tomorrow off.
I was going to say, I think everyone's got the next couple of weeks off. I'm waiting just specifically for quarantine. So, guys, this is not going to be a Corona-centric unless it goes there. Simply put, like, I listen, Mandy, we go back, right? You and me, we go back like Cadillac and Faux Flats. And there's very few things I want in this world. I want my big truck. I want a good marriage. I want lots of sex and blowjays, and I want our beautiful kids to grow up happy. And I want a little bit of an apology because I said this was going to happen. All I want to just say is just,
you're right.
That doesn't make me feel any better. This situation still sucks. Can we kiss? That's called social distancing. Elbows. So, yeah, I'm curious on a real scale. Minnesota, as of last night, had 21 confirmed cases. I'm waiting for this to become like a 60, 50-60% of the population situation.
So let's just rewind for just a second. So I know the rest of you, and like Beauty's already said that she doesn't want to talk about it, and I understand. Like we want to touch base on it. Like I was talking to Mike while you were getting ready. Like it's obviously the elephant in the room. We have to touch base on it. If you guys decide we don't want to talk about it, we won't talk about it. But if it turns into a topic of conversation, we're not going to pull away from it. And so here in Minnesota, I feel like we're a little behind because as of 10 a.m. this morning, they have just decided to close our schools.
And it's been
so it's real fresh here for us.
It's been a point of contention, like even in our household, like it's been a point of contention. Like I was at one of my best friends' house today, Tyler, and I was working on my truck, and he like took a drink of water and he gave it to me, and I'm like, bro, I love you, but like I'm not. Your wife is a flight attendant for international airline. I trust you. I'm just not going to drink out your water. I'm not going to fucking touch you. Like I love you, but I love you enough to be like, hey, come on now, don't be silly.
And I also saw something today. I might have just been clickbait or just a headline I read, something about them stopping all travel. So I don't, like I said, I didn't read into it, but Vaping Vendetta said Ohio has closed all bars and restaurants until further notice. I don't think we're very far away from that, you guys. I don't think that it's that far away. And I do want to talk about it because I feel like my Facebook feed is flooded with nonsense. Like everybody's talking about it and everybody is like posting about it, but I don't feel like any of it is like actual. I don't know. People are pissed about the toilet paper. People are pissed about. And I don't feel like people are actually having conversations about how they feel about it.
Everyone's just about straight judging right now. Like it's not a matter of no one's using reason. Look, like Mike and I before the live stream, we're just talking about like ammo sorting. Are we gonna have to use it? Of course not. Like that's so far down the road.
Wait, what did you say?
Ammo sorting, like sorting ammunition. But like that's genuinely something that's not gonna happen. If it were to come to that, first of all, the internet will be over at that point. It's so far down the road, but it's okay to have some shit that's prepared. You know what I mean? Like that's all right. And that for me, the amount of stress like going through this I've been less stressed out about the fucking COVID-19 than I have about just talking about it with her. Yeah, and you know that. Like it's more stressful trying to come to a consensus on what to do.
Yeah.
Than it is actually the actual enemy, quote unquote.
Yep.
And guys, real quick, this life is gonna go. Not only is life gonna go on, but we're gonna push on in terms like this fucking industry. Vaping is what saved my fucking life to begin with. My mom's. I do want to discuss that this evening. I discussed it with Mike the other day. This is not clickbait, and the thumbnail was incorrect, but let's just kind of go with it. With Mark,
we can talk about it for sure.
Yeah, De Blasio, that whole thing coming, his whole quote being, "If you vape, you're more susceptible to the coronavirus, COVID-19." The truth is, if you vape, chances are you probably smoked in the past, which means your lungs are compromised. Excuse me. No, I forgot what COVID stands for, but I know it's a lot like SARS, and SARS is something about the respiratory system, right? It's severe acute respiratory stuff. Literally is what it stands for. And this is just a similar-esque situation to that. With that said, if you are someone who smoked previously, especially someone like myself with 3 packs of cigarettes for a decade or close to it. It wasn't even a decade, was it? It's 7 years or some shit, 9 years. Either way, your lungs are compromised. That is something to take into account. And it's like people like mom and dad who I worry about.
Yep.
You know, and even the kids. I know it's only a 2.4% symptom rating with children, but they're carriers.
And I don't know. We live with my in-laws, with our parents, and so it isn't necessarily, my worry doesn't lie on us or our boys. Yeah, I'm not worried about us getting sick. I mean, obviously it would suck and we don't want to get sick, but I'm not worried about it being a a deadly situation for the 4 of us. I'm
it's
worried
not- I'm-
about bringing it into the house to Muck and Poppy.
That's the truth.
Yeah.
That's the truth. Mike, now I wanted to discuss something about vape shops too. There's a couple of vape shops, I don't even want to say their names, I don't want to give them any press, who said, fuck coronavirus, we're open. And I saw this on my Instagram feed. One of them is local. And the one I'm talking about is not far from our house. I feel like going down there, and they're still flavor testing, showing that they're lysoling or they're wiping down the drip tips.
Gross.
I'm like, dude, I shouldn't say it. They're brand new. They use the rubber stopper, the rubber condoms, but still, it's an airborne pathogen. It's
And
an
like,
airborne virus.
you know, I'm not opposed to them staying open, but like maybe have something like, please come in and just purchase what you need and leave
Get
the
your shit
shop
and
so
get out.
nobody is, you know, so we're not, people aren't lingering, people aren't hanging around, we're limiting our exposure. Like,
100%. 100%. And this is something where I want to just go ahead and say, like, the militia mentality. Like, I want to keep this a militia mentality. If somebody has a problem, if someone's got an issue, if you can't pay a bill, if we can all chip in, do the best that we can to help one another out. If someone doesn't have food, in the militia, if someone's ill prepared for a situation like this and their state is under a 2-week quarantine and they can't.
well, I think that should be something that somebody should reach out to you privately about, and you guys can handle it from there.
Who said publicly?
No, I'm just
Yeah.
adding on. Like,
yeah.
I don't feel like because
Don't
like,
say
if
it
I
here.
were to,
I'll just go
yeah, I
and
was
text
gonna
Mama.
say.
Don't say it
I
here.
was just gonna say, like, don't feel like you need to put it in the chat here for everybody to see.
Yeah.
Like, if it's something you are having a problem with, just reach out
100%.
privately, and we'll figure out where to go from there.
100%. Mike, so you're in California, you're one of the epicenters of where it's at. Mostly it's East Coast, New York area.
Yeah, I want to know what it's like out there.
Yeah, Tina, we can have call-ins too. If you want to throw the link in Detroit in Discord, and we can have a waiting room situation where they just mute. So if someone's on the East Coast who want to call in, you're on the Discord in the militia, you are more than welcome to do so. Mike, if you can,
East or
Yeah,
west.
they
East or
can.
west,
They
yeah.
could even they can shoot me a DM on Discord and I can pop them the link.
Yep.
Yeah.
Bob Ellis, I know I forget where he's
But-
at. He's on an island.
Mike, how do you feel like things are different out in California than they are with us here in the Midwest?
I mean, California is just a little more densely populated. I mean, we're the most populous state in the country. Where I live isn't quite as populated as, say, LA or San Diego as far as the density goes, but definitely people are panicking. You know, I did all my prep. No, not all my prep shopping, but I did some prep shopping on Thursday. I had seen a picture of a Costco on Thursday morning in LA County, and there was like 200 people in line waiting to get in.
Holy shit.
That's insane.
Crazy. Yeah. So I said, you know, I should probably go grocery shopping today. So I did. It wasn't too bad. But Friday, definitely by Friday, it should have hit in the fan. I'm sure Thursday night was kind of after everyone got home from work, and my one of my close friends had gone. I think he tried to go grocery shopping Friday night, and he just was like, "Holy shit! Like, this place is decimated." He ended up going back today. He went this morning, and he said it was a lot better as far as the supplies go. But he said it was still pretty wrecked.
Pretty sparse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel the same way here. Like, it really didn't up until probably Thursday. Thursday was kind of when it like hit to me that like, oh shit. So I can completely relate to that like Thursday, Friday timeline thing. I did the same thing. I went Friday morning. I dropped the boys off to school and I went straight to Target thinking I'll be there at 8. Like, how crazy can it be that early? And the parking lot was full. I walked in, all the frozen food was gone. All the paper products were gone. There was no canned vegetables, canned soup, canned beans. All of that was gone. All the peanut butter was gone. Like, anything that was like non-perishables was cleaned out. Like, I wasn't even in there for like a panic buy, but I kind of got that way. I was like, oh, look, there's 4 bags of frozen vegetables. I better just buy them.
Yep.
So, I mean, we went to the pet store and got the snake, you know, a couple extra mice and some extra dog food, and
Did you guys
kind
ever
of
do
dinner thing.
frozen mice for the snake?
That's
Yeah.
all we can find. I don't know that they allow
said-
you to buy
Yeah,
live feeders.
Minnesota Reptile.
Oh, because if
Minnesota
you just
Reptile is all live. Unless you ask for a fresh kill, then they'll just slam their head in the drawer.
but like I walked into PetSmart and I was like, I just need to buy a feeder mouse, and she's like, we only sell frozen.
I think yeah, because it's Petco and they're chains. But Minnesota Reptile is like, if you go in there, it's like a dude. It's like going to Vapor DNA for vaping is like what Minnesota Reptile. It's
I know, but
best.
I was talking to one of my clients at work about a snake, and her husband had a python, and they fed it a live rat, and the rat killed the snake. Because they fight back, so it's actually really dangerous, especially if they were bred in captivity.
They need to be a lot younger, a lot smaller.
Yeah, it's.
I was gonna say
really
you don't
dangerous.
want to do a live rat. That's
no, but even they say even the mice are. It's dangerous. It's really
that's just so funny because like in the wild that doesn't.
I know, but that's why I said for snakes that are bred in captivity.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
It's really dangerous. That she had like a really long conversation about it.
This one, if Jeremy's willing to join, if he's willing to talk about his situation, he's going to be tested for coronavirus. And
what'd you say?
If Jeremy wants to join the conversation, I know he's going to be tested for coronavirus here soon.
Really?
Yeah. So Jeremy, if you'd like to, absolutely. Has it called in?
I was gonna say I haven't heard anything.
I'll send him the link real quick. Hold on.
Sounds good.
So I mean, we're trying not to panic here, but with still trying to be prepared, and I feel like that's a really awkward place to be. Prepared and unpanicked.
Yeah. I mean, I was just talking about trading something to Mike for something that I know he has for something else that I've got that he doesn't have that's actually worth more in terms of monetary value. That again, that's what I'm talking about, like bartering with even within the militia. Like if he's down, like I'm down to do a trade. You know what I mean? Or little stuff, because I'm the more and more I think about it, the more and more. And again, it's not a feeling of panic. It's more of a feeling of like I thought that we were prepped pretty well, but
now that it's here,
now that it's a thing, I realized, oh shit, like my prepping was for a bug out system. So my truck, and I have enough stuff for a family of 4 for upwards of a month and a half, 2 months. You split that in 8 different ways, you're down less than a month.
Yeah.
And without the truck, your key is all electronic. Everything.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. So Jeremy has he's in? All right, brother. So let's go ahead and let's talk about this. First and foremost, you're in Georgia. You are in one of the worst places to be right now. Correct?
Yes.
Where? One more time. What'd you say?
He's in Georgia, one of the worst places to be right now.
Oh, okay.
He's one of the guys I was telling you about that was calling some of the stuff. He's not that one, but
I know what you're talking about.
Go ahead, Jeremy. So
one thing I wanted to let kind of give an update on. My mother-in-law works at Walmart.
Okay. If you can find a place that's like by a couch or something that's not a echoey like a bathroom, is that possible or no?
Yes, it's possible. Hang on. Sorry.
Awesome.
I just want to make sure y'all can hear me. My mother-in-law works at Walmart, and I just want to let everybody know that Walmart they're 24-hour stores, which is most of them. They are closing at night to restock.
Yeah, I did hear that.
So they're trying to get stuff on the shelves. I do know that. But as far as me goes, I'm going to talk to my doctor when I go to the doctor on Monday about it. As far as the testing goes, I'm not 100% sure what that's going to entail yet, because I'm not running a fever. I just got a sore throat and I got a little stuffiness in the nose. So that could be from the antibiotic that I'm on, that I'm taking for my leg situation, which you know about.
Yep.
So from what I have heard, the process of getting tested for the coronavirus is the same as the flu shot or the flu. So as far as I understand, it's a giant cotton swab up your nasal cavity.
Oh, nice.
Oh, I did that today. Anyway.
Yeah, it's a giant cotton swab into your
in your brainstem.
yeah. That's what I've heard. I don't know that. I mean, I don't
Frontal
know that for sure,
cortex?
but that's just what I've heard. Because I'm pretty sure that's how they test for the flu.
And I just checked my temperature about an hour and a half ago, and I'm fine. I have no temperature. So that's one of the symptoms that they say is most important, is that you have a fever, and that I do not have.
And I heard a dry cough,
Yep.
not a wet cough.
I think it's 83%. 83% is fever. 88% is fever. Dry cough is like 60-some%. I'm just making some of this. Like, I know that the numbers are specific.
Well, for
but
me, my biggest worry is I'm asthmatic.
Yeah.
Have been since I was 2. So I tend to get a little congested when I get sick anyways. It worries me. That's kind of thing. It kind of worries me, you know. Am I on the cusp, or am I getting it? You know, because I have no fever. That's my main concern. But I am going to get tested, hopefully Monday or Tuesday, maybe even Wednesday, just to be on the safe side. Just because I'm in the high risk category. With me having a lung problem, I'm in the high risk category.
in terms of high risk with asthma, is that something that is that considered to be a compromised lung health?
I mean, I think so.
When I had pneumonia, I almost died.
Holy shit.
My blood oxygen dropped to like I think it was like a 32, dropped all the way down to a 32.
So what are the symptoms you're feeling right now? And I know I don't want to scare anybody. We don't know that you have coronavirus or anything like that, but you are feeling ill.
It's sore throat, and my my nose is a little stuffy, and I got feels like I want to just, like I got my that could be from my throat being a little swollen, but sore throat, my nose is kind of congested-y, and that's it. I haven't really coughed a whole lot, a couple coughs, but that was just more or less to kind of clear my throat kind of thing. But that's it.
So
Big Doc says you don't have the kung flu.
So I have a regular client of mine who is I can't remember if she's a nurse practitioner or a physician's assistant, but like in a role like that. And I asked her kind of like what they're doing, what precautions they're taking. She works in a clinic, and she said that anybody who has a cough, a fever, a sore throat, all of those things, if they come into the clinic, they're asking them to actually leave the clinic and go into their car and call the triage line. And the triage is then directing them from there on what to do. So it kind of, from what the impression I get, is a lot of things are moving towards more like the virtual, as far as diagnosing and, you know, people getting their antibiotics and all those kinds of things. And then if they do think that you could be positive for the coronavirus, they're actually sending them to like 4 specific locations in Minnesota here, and they're doing a drive-through test.
Oh, wow. So
they're asking you to stay in your car, and a nurse comes out to the car and gives you and is testing you in your car, because they don't even want you in the facilities.
it makes sense.
I heard in Georgia that they're doing it at the Walmart, because Walmarts now have these clinics in them down here. They're Cigna clinics.
Yep.
And so I heard that I heard that they're starting to do that at some of the Walmarts. I'm 100% sure, but
yeah,
that's just hearsay.
Yeah, I think a lot of the information we have is that either I heard it from somebody else, or I read something, or somebody told me they had heard, and
it just seems really soupy. Like everything gets kind of convoluted. And guys, if people want to switch subjects, we can switch subjects. I haven't seen any,
I haven't seen anybody.
So we can do that. Speaking of which, big shout out to E&B Flavor for sponsoring the channel. There's a saying that I like to say, and it's Thesis 15. Is that a fun one?
It is a fun one.
That's a fun one.
Yeah, it goes together nicely.
It does.
That's my nickname for you, ain't it? That's my nickname for you, right?
Yep, Thesis 15. So 15.
That's what I thought.
Yeah. So, and also, if you are a part of the Ninja Militia on Patreon, patreon.com/ThesisHimself, there is also a special saying for them. That is even more.
Is it what I call you?
What's that?
Thesis 20?
Nope, that's close. It's real close. It's real close. But no, we don't actually say that one publicly, because that saying is reserved
for just
militia members.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I thought that's what you were
asking. And if you
for.
send a screenshot of like a nice, cool picture, if you send me a picture, of you using that phrase, who knows? You might end up with some free shit.
Shane made a really good point. He said this is the main reality of our lives right now. So
Yeah,
just
good.
talking about
Wait,
it is
Good.
I can
good
do
call.
some plugging right now. I can throw up some.
Hey, no,
Custer.
no, you can't. No, you can't, good sir.
he can't
No.
even show us what he's using.
You can show us what you're using. You can't throw a plug.
That's what I'm saying. He can just show us what he's
That's all I was
using.
doing. Just showing you what I was using.
All right, let's take a look. You want to show us a phrase or something?
I'll show. I better not show you the big boy.
Well, you can show whatever you want.
Custard. Is that custard any good?
Yeah, it's good. I like the cookie better. That's my favorite.
Yeah, that cookie goes hard, dude. The brown sugar.
Yeah.
Let me tell you.
This will be my
something.
second favorite.
I wish. I
Ooh,
had it.
cheesecake.
Ooh,
You don't have that one?
I do. It
It's
just
the-
doesn't go
it's-
good with guava lemonade menthol.
No, but I'll, yeah, those are all really good. Like I got some samples sent to me, luckily, so to try.
I'm working.
But yeah, it's crazy down here. We had to go get some stuff today, and my wife went in, and I stayed in the car just because of my throat and stuff.
Thank you for doing that, by the way. I'm saying that because like these assholes who are out in the East Coast celebrating, what is it called? What's the holiday?
St. Patrick's Day.
St. Patrick's Day, all that bullshit. And I'm like, you assholes are the perpetuators of the situation.
Like my wife's school, my wife's is the DM of several schools and stuff. They actually they have these letters that the corporate has sent to her to take to each school Monday morning, that each child that comes into the building, they have to answer this questionnaire that is, have you had a sore throat? Have you had this? Have you been around anybody with a sore throat?
Mm-hmm.
And if they have to leave and they can't come back for 14 days. Same for her staff.
Oh, all the school. I mean, I think they're moving now towards. I mean,
Well,
our
now-
schools are just closed down for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Our county schools are closed down for 2 weeks, and then spring break.
Oh
Like
yeah.
my daughter's out of school for 3 weeks.
Yep.
My wife's schools are daycare / Head Start /
Oh, okay.
pre-K.
Okay. Yep.
Now her Head Start's shut down.
Yep.
Because that's a state funded
What
program.
is Head Start?
It's like a preschool.
Oh, okay. That's what I thought.
It's
That's
like
what
a preschool daycare kind of program. I wonder, is there, and do we have anybody in here that's out on the East Coast? Anybody that's in New York that we can pull up onto the Discord who's willing to talk about kind of how things are going out there? I'd be really curious.
That'd be phenomenal.
If there's anybody
that's
out
out.
in New York. Do we have anybody in here from New York that that would like to pop on and talk to us about
New York or New Jersey or that area in general?
Talk about kind of how things are going out there. We've got Mike, and we've heard from Mike, and we heard from
Jeremy. We're gonna kick you off, brother.
Thanks for popping in. Thanks.
Love
Thanks
you.
for
No problem.
letting us know. Texas Mama said she also has a fever and is a little concerned about being sick. So she said that she also is
Don't say that because I ate your tortillas.
going to get tested.
Makes me nervous. When she said she was sick, I was like,
Oh, Shane says, I'm New York, and I'll just tell you, shelves and stores are empty, period. Okay. So,
okay.
I mean, Shane, but like, how were things like?
Yeah, I would rather you be on, man.
I've heard things about like, monuments are closed down and all like the tourist spots have been shut down. Like, I've heard New York is basically just like. So I'm just curious if that's.
I'm really curious on what the hospitals look like. 49 million hospital beds will be needed. I mean, if people just keep going out and not socially distancing themselves.
Yep.
And it's, I don't know. I want some levity to the situation. I wish something funny would happen. Trump's lawyer has it. It's kind of funny. Not saying I want Trump to have it. I'm just saying it's a little bit funny. Do you know anybody that like? I just have a feeling like people that we would like to have it just to scare them. Aren't gonna get it. You remember that saying, "Assholes live forever."
One of my clients today, of course, it's just been the topic of conversation. It's getting to the point that I'm like kind of over talking about it.
Yep.
And I mean, this is different because it's a progressive conversation. It's interactive. We're getting all kinds of different points of view. But at work all week, every 45 minutes, I start this conversation over again.
Yep.
And so I was kind of just like over it. But one of my clients I had today said she has, I think she said it's her cousin's wife, flew to a bachelorette party this weekend and was
Stupid.
like, fuck
Fucking
the
dumb.
coronavirus. That's not going to let me ruin my life. And she was out with like a group of like 30 girls. It's a bachelorette party all weekend. And she said the same thing. She's like, sometimes I could just like wish I could just like make somebody get the coronavirus. She's like people like that.
Yep.
I mean, obviously we don't wish it on anybody, but you know, for people who are being that naive, I mean, it's hard to grasp and it's hard to comprehend because we aren't actually seeing the people sick. We're just seeing the chaos it's creating.
Yeah.
So it is kind of a hard thing to comprehend. But like all of these things wouldn't be happening for no reason. And I saw this thing on Facebook today. It was like, remember, if all of this closing and all of these things happen and nothing happens, that's the point. And I thought that was like a really great,
That's a good thing to remember.
good thing to look at.
Yep. That's a good thing. Let's see. Yeah, here in, what does Bob Squatch say?
Yeah, here in Pennsylvania, statewide schools and extracurricular activities and gatherings of more than 50 people are strongly recommended against. So, Bob, does that mean they did close all your guys' schools? I'm curious for how long. Like, when did they shut down and when do they plan on going back? Because as of right now, our kids are we're not sending them tomorrow, but they're supposed to go tomorrow and then go back again on the 30th. And from what I'm hearing is a lot of kids aren't going back until into April. But then there's also been an email of like, send your kids with an extra bag because we're packing up their stuff and sending everything home because we don't know what's going to happen.
Bob said till 30th. What do you know? What
Okay.
makes like what?
Well,
what
that's the same with us then.
What pisses me off is like if people stayed home for 3 weeks because you're supposed to get over it around 2 weeks, extra week to be certain, 21 days, and this would all potentially slow down to the point where we would be fine. Does that make sense or no? Because then everyone who's got it can recover, and those
And
who
it wouldn't give it to anybody else.
and those who are going to have it who don't have symptoms yet would all be flushed out. And if people were that, if everyone's that fucking concerned, stay home for 3 weeks.
Yeah. Bob said his sister's kids in Kentucky are canceled for 5 weeks. Tina said, Jesus, I just almost fell off this chair.
You all
Tina
right?
said they packed up her son's bag on Friday. That's kind of, I didn't get that email directly, but in our school districts, one of the other teachers sent out an email personally to the parents of their class that their things are getting sent home. So
Yeah.
I don't know exactly what's going to happen tomorrow. I don't know. And I mean, honestly, like we're not going to send our boys to school tomorrow because they've got runny noses and it's like, it's just not worth the one day. I just don't. But I mean, if they don't get sent home their markers and their fucking pencil cases, okay.
Yeah.
I'm really not worried about it. Uh-oh. Tina said she just lost my sound.
Test titties.
Mike, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
Mike, did you get my message?
Yeah, I need to find Tina's. Tina needs to go to the Discord, and I'll send
Tina,
it
go
over.
ahead and go on the Discord, sweetheart. Just go on the Discord and just say anything to anybody. At everybody.
What did Joseph hang? I'm curious of what Joseph said. In LA County, closed until mid-April. Yeah, I don't think that we'll go back on the 30th, to be honest with you. I don't think that.
Oh, Hope, I was just kidding. I was just making a joke, Hope. Don't be sad.
He's got a really fucked up sense of humor.
Yeah, I have a fucked up sense of humor. Jesus. Crazy.
Melissa said they're in the process of shutting down the base in Austin. Or the base Austin works at. I'm sorry. Austin works at. I'm sure it's all the same. I'm sure the base in Austin is getting shut down too.
I was gonna say, you know what? Someone, I don't know if it was, I think it might have been Dad, who said it.
Bye Shane. Thanks for
love you, Shane.
Stop it in.
I think it had to have been the old man. I think what he said was it's never time to panic until the military shows up or shuts down. If the military shows up or the military bases become closed off, that's when you should really start to think about sorting your ammunition. Tina, thank you so much for joining us. You're all the way in New Jersey. Can we ask where in New Jersey? Are you in like
Jersey Shore, like near Atlantic City?
Of course you are. So it just fits your personality. So give us an update. Let us know what's going on in that neck of the your neck of the woods.
Well, at first, I mean, it seemed like they weren't taking it that serious. And then the last few days, they really kind of went crazy. I knew last week my son's college, which is like 2 seconds away from where Bob works, I knew they were closing down, that the college was going to be closing down with spring break coming up and, students traveling, things like that. So the college made a decision to complete all courses online. So for the remainder of the semester. So I knew that as of last week. Friday, they sent my younger son home, he's in 8th grade, with, all of his textbooks, and, they sent an email and they said continuously, continue to check our website, check your emails, for any, pertinent information. And today we found out that the schools will be closed for a minimum of 2 weeks until further notice. So they sent like the passwords, that you have to log in, and they'll be doing like virtual classrooms.
Yep.
At least for my kid's school. So, I mean, I don't know about like every, what every other school is doing, but I did read that it was statewide school, shutdowns.
Yeah, our kid's school, when I got our email today, it said there will be no flex learning. That's what they call it here, is flex learning, which is online learning. But then I know that like our niece's school in St. Paul, they are doing some flex learning. So I think it just is going school by school and what their needs are. But
in Atlantic City, which is technically considered like an urban, under income, whatever, like if Atlantic City public schools, they gave each kid a Chromebook with 30 days worth of like lessons plans, homework, and testings pre-installed on them. And cool. That's for a month. That's not where I am. My kids don't go to that school, but it's, a stone's throw away from me. So yep. They did that for them. And that was a month's worth of lessons plans, testing, all that type of stuff.
Yep. I think we'll probably get there. We just aren't there yet.
I want to touch on go ahead, Tina.
I was going to say, it went from yesterday, like the stores being, like people were preparing for a snowstorm. And in fact, I posted today the cover of the paper. It said snowstorm on steroids, and it showed the shelves absolutely bare. They had to close down our supermarket. They had nothing left to sell.
So
we're almost there.
Yeah. What scares me
crazy.
Something that David Huntsman just brought up that I think is a super legitimate concern is maybe not right this second, but like martial law, and then of course like straight out anarchy. Let me ask a question, Tina. Thank you so much, by the way.
You're welcome.
I'm going to kick you off if anyone else wants to
thank you for stepping in. Yes, thanks for letting us know.
No problem. Stay safe, guys.
Yeah, you too.
So something this is going to piss people off. That's all right. This is a place for open conversation. Who here in the comment section, who genuinely believes this is a ploy? This is an inside job or a conspiracy theory?
So I heard at work the other day that somebody actually was saying that this was a man-made virus that was released into the general public.
And if you guys haven't done so, hit the like button. It helps with analytics. It's not like an ego thing. Hit the like button. It genuinely helps, like I said, with analytics and with people finding the channel.
The thing that I don't understand, that I was talking to somebody today, is like, I don't remember the Ebola. I don't remember SARS. I don't remember any of those things. Like, I was too young. None of that stuff is relevant for me. Like, when I hear SARS, when I hear Ebola, like, obviously it's something I recognize, but it's not anything that I have a memory of. H1N1 is something that I do have a memory of, but only because you got it so bad.
Yeah.
I don't think that would have been something on my, but the thing that I don't understand is like H1N1, that was like a huge thing. It was like awful. It was bad. It was terrible. But like after that winter was over, it's just gone.
Yeah.
Like it's just gone. Like how, I mean, like the things like the flu, like the flu keeps coming back and coming back and coming back and coming back. It's something that happens every year. So like how are things like Ebola and SARS? And somebody just told me today that in like South Africa or something, they just have finally got rid of their last case of Ebola. So apparently it is still relevant in other parts of the world. I just don't understand, like, how does this just wreak havoc for a season and then it just disappears? That's what I don't understand.
The biggest difference. So for example, like MERS, I forget the name, Middle Eastern respiratory syndrome. That's something. I don't remember the S. I remember SARS, and I remember SARS because like I remember Dad buying ammo just in case shit happened. So like that, my whole life, my mentality, that's always been in the back of my brain, right? It's like prepping. Never like going crazy, but me and Dad have talked about building a bumper.
Bunker?
Oh yes, a bunker. We've talked about building a bunker for years. Not because I'm crazy or because he's crazy, but like legitimately for reasons like this. God forbid, in a situation like this, if it brings the worst out of people, it's not the fucking contagion. It's not the disease that I'm even scared of. It's how panicky, how on edge I've seen you, and how on edge I've seen like just the general public. Some bitch hit my cart at Cub on the way out and didn't even look at me. And I was like, all I came here for was some meat, I just wanted steak, some hot sauce, and some canned tomatoes. What?
Nothing.
That's it. And I was the asshole.
Yeah.
Because all I wanted was some steaks.
So James says, inside job. Supposedly we first discovered the coronavirus
in the 80s.
In 1960 in animals, and the first reported human case was in 2007. And then Chef says it never disappears, it stays dormant in confinement.
The confinement was the right word. But yeah, so coronavirus is not man-made. Coronavirus is a sector of viruses. SARS, MERS, those are both coronaviruses. There are a bunch of different coronaviruses. Michael Osterholm, if you haven't listened to the Joe Rogan Experience, if you haven't read his books,
I've heard everybody talking about it.
Yeah, it 13 million views like a week ago. It blew my mind. But it's about to trump the Alex Jones episode, which is hard to believe. But it's not man-made. It's not.
Everybody in here is. James said the lab in China where it came out from was being experimented on. So supposedly, so anything is possible. And then Ron also heard that it was a man-made virus as well. I mean, I don't know. It's just what.
Well, I'm just giving you. I'm a fact. Everything.
Yeah.
All my judgments I base on I just try to base them on facts. No hearsay.
Yeah. I was just trying to spark a conversation.
Oh no, I'm the one that asked the question.
I know.
Yeah. So I'm glad, and if that's what you think, I would like to hear the evidence for that. But I want to see evidence. I just don't want to hear.
Yeah.
So the coronavirus, like, it's the sector of coronaviruses. This is number 19, whatever that means. Made a leap, and that's happened for millennia, for thousands of years. So my aunt died of mad cow disease. I forget the name of it. She died of a disease that jumped from cows in the early 80s, late 70s, is when the first case was known onto humans. Boom. And that's what she died of. Another example would be chronic wasting disease with deer, especially here in the Midwest. I won't eat venison anymore. I love venison. I've got a freezer full of it, and I still won't eat it because of that reason. You do not know. And the scary part of this one in particular,
while you're Mowgli says that Joe Rogan thing had 10 million views in 5 days.
Mm-hmm.
That's so crazy.
13 million when just for the 15-minute clip. And it's crazy because I listen to all of them anyway, and I listen to all Rogan's shit. I think Rogan's not funny. I don't find him funny at all. He's a terrible comedian in my humble opinion, but he's a phenomenal interviewer. Not interviewer. He's a phenomenal conversationalist. And the fact that he had Michael Osterholm on, I was super impressed by, just in terms of like who he is, from his book in 2000, from his book in the 80s. I don't remember which one it was I even read. I thought it was Pandemic or some shit like that years ago, 4 years ago, something like that. Either way, if you ever watched it,
I'm gonna tomorrow while I'm painting the bathroom tomorrow. I'm gonna listen to it.
Here's the thing though, is it really fucked me up. It really messed me up on a psychological level. The first 15 minutes, I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna go buy more ammo. I'm gonna go buy more ammo, and I'm gonna get more water and iodine tablets. You know what I mean? But then all the way through, it got better. But he's said something that really fucked me up was like, this is not, people are getting prepared for a blizzard. This isn't a blizzard, this is a winter. He said this will take years. Do you remember the Zika virus?
The what?
The Zika virus?
It sounds familiar, but I don't.
I remember it because my mom's a crazy person and she like flipped. We lived in the middle of the country in the woods with a creek. Guess what we had? Mosquitoes.
Mosquitoes.
Yes, and this is Minnesota. Our state bird is the mosquito. Our entire state has 22,000 lakes. We've got 3 lakes within a rock's throwing distance from our house. That's all it is here.
And a swamp in our backyard.
And a swamp in our backyard. So we're the frozen version of like Louisiana. And what's the saying? We have more shoreline than the East Coast and West Coast combined.
Yep.
So that's a true statement. When the Zika virus came out, it was via mosquitoes, and everybody thought they were going to die from Zika virus. And they're like, "Don't worry, we're going to get us a anti-vax or a vaccine or antivirus soon." We still don't have one. It's that simple for Zika virus. It's still out there, but no one's concerned about it. The scary part is that this has a 100%, 100 times worse than a flu death rate ratio.
Yeah, somebody keeps telling me, they're like, well, Canada's working on a vaccination. I'm like, that we'll maybe see in 2021.
Yep, maybe.
There's a lot of people have let's just go back and what did I see?
Again, guys, it's not an ego thing. Please hit the like button. It helps the analytics. Simple as that. It's an algorithm thing. Hit the like button or dislike. If you don't like the fucking show, that's all right too. But just hit it. Either way, it helps.
Oh, Dustin Flinch said, "What if the whole vaping thing was actually
a distraction?
COVID-19 instead of the THC cartridges?" I think they've realized that was the vitamin E oil.
Vitamin E acetate. I don't.
And they keep talking about how there's always a pandemic on election year. And I actually saw it like written out about election year. This was what happened. Election year. This is what happened. Election year. This is like when you see it all written out. I'm sure there could be a correlation to anything.
We've never had a pandemic this big. That's not.
But true. A lot of people are talking about it in here. A lot of people in the chat are. I'm saying there's always a pandemic over the election year.
I'm all about facts. I'm all about logic.
Because I've heard a lot of people are like, isn't it funny that as soon as the impeachment of Trump fell through, that all of a sudden the world is ending?
Oh God, that's people drawing. What is that called? Lines in between shit that doesn't exist. It's imaginary. Them and their spaghetti monsters.
I mean, maybe not.
Maybe not. I like that you're fence riding here. I'm taking a hard position on there's no conspiracy theories.
I don't know.
No conspiracy.
They created it in a lab and threw it out so people would stop trying to get Trump impeached so he could run for 2020. Get reelected.
I am a hardcore gun-toting, red-blooded American, and I will tell you, you are full of shit. It jumped from Chinese chopstick bats.
Oh, I'm sorry. Bob, I forgot. I was going to read it and I didn't. When I went scroll back up, Bob said, I think what happened is that the aliens came down and saw everyone twerking and said, we got to stop this. Introduce the coronavirus.
I believe that more than I believe this is a government.
An inside job?
Than a government-funded project to kill off human beings. The other part that pisses me off is someone said this is population control. Bro, the entire planet Earth can fit in Texas. Texas has enough land for every man, woman, and child on planet Earth. Over 8 billion people, or closing in at 8 billion people. And you're going to tell me this is population control? I don't think so.
I also keep hearing that we're going to have another baby boom. And is that something to take? That instead of calling baby boomers, they're going to be called the quarantines. That made me laugh out loud. That was like the one meme that I've seen about all of this that actually made me laugh out loud.
Do you know how hard it's been to not post pictures of my guns? all I want to do is stack my guns in a beautiful pyramid and be like, consider me prepped.
Vaping Vendetta said the spaghetti monster is a real thing.
Fuck. Sorry.
Tina said they closed my sister's work because she works in a restaurant that serves liquor.
What?
I don't know. There must have been a further like a bigger conversation that was happening.
I was trying to tell people like the more you drink, the better off you are because you're
no. Somebody said they're closing. No, because somebody's already died of alcohol poisoning from that. Somebody's already died from alcohol poisoning because they read somewhere that drinking vodka will prevent you from getting the coronavirus.
It does.
Somebody said up there earlier that they're shutting down the liquor stores in their area.
That's stupid. The liquor store on Thursday was a madhouse. It was an absolute madhouse. And everyone they had Smirnoff on sale for $20 for a 175 or like $15 for a 175. I was like, all right.
I know they were having a really on fucking vodka, not on what I want.
I like vodka.
There wasn't any sales on what I was looking for.
I'm a vodka kind of guy.
I tried to have a drink earlier.
I was aware, and then I'm like, what a waste.
It's still a full drink on the counter.
Well,
did you finish it?
I didn't finish it. I tested it a couple times.
Just got a blurb that Eric Garcetti, the mayor of LA, just shut down all bars, and he also said that restaurants are to go takeout only.
That's because he's a liberal fuck.
No, I think we're definitely getting there too.
I hope so. Like, listen,
yeah.
I
mean, it only makes sense. Like, if we're gonna do it, we got to do it.
It was a complete joke. What I was saying, what I genuinely believe is that people need to stay the fuck home. Buy your mat. I've already jerked off twice today. By the end of this, I'm going to be horny as shit. The idea that Manny's going to be home for 2 weeks and she has no excuses, I'm ready to go. I am. Look at my nostrils. Ready to go. You better not get pregnant.
That can't happen.
Okay.
PH said, to be honest, I hope they close my work down. Oh, PH, what is happening over with you?
Oh,
what's happening in your neck of the woods?
Mike, make him call in, please.
All right.
I want to know how things are going over there.
Find him on Instagram.
Mowgli Vapes. Baker pronounced the same thing in Massachusetts. No gatherings over 25 people.
That's a little fucking communist now, isn't it? Just saying. Fucking communists. Fascist. Socialist. Republicans. Democrats.
Everybody.
Sorry. I hate Republicans and Democrats the same. You're all the same. What are we? Libertarian?
I don't know.
No,
confused?
Confused.
So my friend that just sent me the thing about the bars and restaurant thing in LA just sent me pictures of coming back into the US from Mexico down in Tijuana, and they got all these people hitting up cars on the way up with toilet paper.
No. That's awesome.
I'll send it to you real quick.
You know what's the best part is, like, so if you guys
email it to him so we can pull it up on
Zoom.
On Zoom.
So if you guys haven't ever been in Mexico, like especially border towns, you have to pay for toilet paper, like 25 cents for like a set of 6 single ply toilet paper. Listen,
somebody told me today that one of the schools is not providing any more toilet paper for the dorm rooms. I got to work yesterday. And our boss is like overstocked for us. So I got to work yesterday and somebody unloaded every single roll of toilet paper we had in our break room into the bathrooms. We have 2 of these cute little white cabinets with glass doors that open up. Somebody put all of our toilet paper. It was like, Emily came in, she's like, somebody's on some serious flex right now, because it literally was like 4 shelves on each side full of toilet paper
at the
salon.
You didn't take any home?
I took it all out and put it back in the break room. I'm like, somebody's just gonna steal this. So I took it all out and put it back in the break room.
I mean, they're not gonna walk out with a pyramid of toilet paper.
No, but a couple.
They're gonna pretend like, oh, I gotta poop again. Oh no, I gotta pee. Oh,
and it also just looks really panicky. It looked really panicky.
Is it not openable shelves?
It's just glass. It's just glass. Cute little glass doors.
It's hilarious. You had Tekashi 6ix9ine opening up bags of money buy a Ferrari, and now it's like pyramids of TP.
Yep.
Yo, I got that shit, bro. That's that triple ply, that Charmin Ultra
See if
Soft.
that. I'm curious. I want to see what that picture is. It might come through in your email.
Yep. Let's see. Mike, did you send it?
I did. You should have
Okay.
it.
Let me go ahead and share this. Let's see. Bam. Oh my good. So listen.
So this is an actual picture. Like your friend took this picture.
Mexicans are some of the most industrious motherfuckers on planet Earth.
I'm not sure if that was his picture or someone sent that to him.
Okay.
So let's go ahead and show you guys.
Either way, fucking hilarious.
There. Look at this.
So I saw something today. It was like Mexico's considering shutting down its borders so the Americans don't bring the coronavirus into their country. Oh, how the tables have turned.
Look at that shit. Look at that.
Oh my God, that is so
That's
funny.
pretty fucking epic.
I'm not gonna lie, I probably would have bought some.
Oh my God, how much? And it's probably they're still like, well, better, Batman, what you think it's worth? Like, all right, here's $9.
There might be Coke in those those toilet paper rolls too.
Did you guys
Yep,
see
there probably
the
is.
avocado cocaine?
Oh, I did. Weren't they putting it in the seed?
Yes. How?
I don't know.
How?
I wonder if
want-
they're taking this thing off the top. The top of the avocado, you pop
Yeah.
the little thing off to see if it's ripe, and then shoving a needle through it and like.
And what?
Is it liquid cocaine?
No.
Because I think you put liquid cocaine and then when you take it out, you like boil it down to turn it back into powder. I think I saw that on a drug show once.
I don't care what they do. Whatever. If they're going through that much trouble,
Fucking
let them in.
genius.
Let them in. We need them working on the fucking antidote to the coronavirus. That's what we
That's
need.
some skill right there, mate.
Okay.
Oh
so,
my God, that scared the shit out
all
of
right.
me.
Now we've got.
What does your hat say?
Make RDAs great again. So Stephen Tigg.
No.
Twisted Hex.
It's
Thank you
Ty.
so much.
Twisted. What did he do?
$27.99.
Oh, holy shit. Thank you so much, Twisted.
Canada.
Oh, which means it's worth like $7. I'm kidding, Twisted. Thank you so much, bro. I appreciate that. Holy shit, $27.99.
That's what I said.
I don't know why in my head it was way less in my head. Thank you so much, Twisted. That means a lot. All of this money, all of the proceeds are going to our house. So thank you. Thank you so much.
For toilet paper fund.
Toilet paper. Oh shit. Can we get some TP fund, bro? Anybody? Sweethearts and sweet men's, sweet bros. Thank you so much. At least I'm telling the truth. I'm not over here like it's going to charity. You know what? Charity starts in La Casa. So, Steven, welcome to the show, sir. TMD Live, motherfucker.
What time is it for you right now?
6 hours.
3:41.
Oh my God. In the morning? Why are you awake?
Because he's watching us.
I'm always awake.
This is true. He is.
It's kind of like you.
A little bit. Yeah.
Yep.
So, Steven, you're in
Okay, tell us where you are.
Europe.
I'm in Swindon, England.
Swindon,
England.
England.
Yeah.
Okay. And what is it like there for you?
It's grey. It's always
Um,
grey.
Yeah, pretty much. That's just the weather. But no, it's fine. To be honest, they told pretty much everybody in England that if you've got a cold or any cold-like symptoms, to basically just self-isolate.
And that's just where you guys are right now. There
Yeah,
isn't any
it's-
crazy toilet paper buying and school shutting down yet.
You'd be lucky to get any meat, any toilet paper, pasta. A lot of drinks are selling out as well. Pretty much everything's empty. People are just bulk buying because they're fucking idiots.
Yep,
We
that's
don't
happening
swear
here
in this
too.
show, bro. You calm
My
the fuck
bad.
down.
But you have like no school closings. The restaurants aren't shutting down. You guys aren't witnessing any of that
Are there
yet.
a lot of fucking in the street going on?
Is there a lot of what? Sorry?
Fucking in the street?
Why would there be a lot of...
I don't like
Fucking-
it. So in my head, in the apocalypse, like I just picture fucking on the street, and then when they're done, they just squat and poop.
No, we're too busy drinking cups of tea, mate. We ain't got any time for that shit.
and crumpets, right?
Yeah, I fucking love crumpets.
Aren't they just dry?
Dry
Cake
toast or
donuts?
something.
Is it just
No.
really
I don't even-
dry?
What is a crumpet?
No, because you just toast them. It's hard to describe. It's like a batter, but you just sort of, I don't know, it's got loads of holes in it. You just toast it, put like butter on it or jam.
Can I tell you? I can only catch like every fifth word. It's really hard for me to keep up. You talk really fast.
So
The two of you having a conversation together stresses me out.
really,
It really stresses me out.
what worries me is that she's the stereotypical American.
Thank you so
Indeed.
much, Texas Mama.
My dad
Indubitably true.
My beautiful dad, he can't listen to British people.
Why? Does he hate how words are pronounced correctly?
He doesn't understand them. He said they don't talk right. They need to learn how to speak. And I'm giving him a Southern accent. My dad's not Southern, but that's just it. Like the words he says is it sounds Southern. He's like, they need to speak English better.
Can I tell you, you look so much different here than you do on FaceTime when Nas is pooping.
Oh, okay.
You look so
I'm
different.
not really sure how I'm supposed to take that.
Well, to be honest, everyone usually sees you with your shirt off and in bed.
That's because
like
you normally
dark.
call me at like 6 in the fucking morning, mate.
Yeah, and it's really dark.
Hello, mate.
Yeah, hello, mate.
Hello, mate. You got red on you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Could you do it? Hello, governor.
What is this? What
Hello,
is
Governor.
this?
Hello, governor.
Why is that happening?
Was what? Oh, Michael said a crumpet. All right,
Oh,
so
thanks, Mike. God.
God.
Oh, it's like an English muffin.
So well, no, over there they're just called muffins. So
Yeah. Well, no, they're called English muffins, mate.
Looks more like a pancake.
it does.
Yes.
So a crumpet is a small pancake made of an unsweetened batter of water, milk, flour, and yeast.
It doesn't sound very good.
No, it sounds salty.
It's beautiful.
And you just
fucking
put
beautiful.
butter and jam?
Crumpets are regular.
Or you can put like syrup or chocolate
I was just
spread
gonna
or
say.
anything on it. It's
Can
beautiful.
you put Vegemite?
That's Australian, mate.
I know, that's why I was making fun of it. Crumpets are regionally known as
It looks
picolets.
like an English muffin. It looks like a
picolets.
toasted.
How do you
English muffin.
pronounce that word, Mandy? Picolets?
I don't know what you're reading. I can't see that far away.
Picolets. Let's pronounce it right here. Look up, copy. No, I want to speech. Start speaking. Picolets.
I couldn't hear that, so I don't know.
Picolets.
What's that?
Listen real carefully. Ready?
Oh,
Pikelet. Hey, bro, what's a pikelet?
I have absolutely no idea, mate.
All right.
I know what a pikey is, but I'm fairly sure it's got nothing to do with crumpets.
No, I'm a bit of a pikey. You're a bit of a pikey.
No.
Bob said, so take the best part of a
Mate, I got a job.
pancake and out of it, and you get a crumpet. Take all the good things out of a pancake, and that's what you're left with is a crumpet.
Do I need
Just
to
like-
send you some crumpets?
Yeah,
I would be honored.
it's probably going to
I
cost
can-
you
I'll have a look at-
$56.
You know what we could do to bring the mood up and give some levity to the situation? Is open up my birthday present.
You could do that, and you should do that.
And
What
it's
is it?
from Steven. It's that box that I've left there to be in quarantine.
The one that says
I do.
top.
Yep.
Yes.
Stanman VG, thank you so much, bro. Says TP for your booty. I appreciate the hell out of that, man. Thank you so much for the super chat.
Can I ask how much it cost for you to ship this?
It was only about £18. It was quite cheap.
So what is that? Do you know what that?
in America? That's like $78.
No, I think it's about, I don't know, $24, something like that.
Oh, okay.
All right. So, international track consult. Oh, so I pulled a Steven. Now, I was forced to sign for this and for the militia pack that's over there. And as he handed it to me, I went like, I grabbed it with my fingertips, like, ugh. And I've been letting him steep over here in the side because I don't want to get coronas. And he said, you have to sign. And he handed me a pen. And I said, Steven said I didn't have to sign. And I closed the door thinking he was going to push it back open.
Oh,
And he just walked away.
Today I went to
Yes,
Walgreens. I went to Walgreens today to get a coffee, and the lady behind me, when you type in you can get rewards points, and you have to type your phone number into a keypad. And the lady's like, "Do you want to put your keypad in?" She's like, "I'm not touching that," and made the girl behind the counter type her phone number into the keypad.
That's way worse than what because I just told him no and shut the door. And I was like, I'm not trying to be a dick. Please don't be mad. And he just walked away.
it's changing over here anyway, mate. You haven't got to sign for anything.
Well,
They
I
knock
didn't
on the
have to
door,
sign.
leave your parcel on the floor, and you just verbally sign for it.
I said, sign.
Pretty much.
Okay, so
Mike, can you tell us how much 17 pounds is?
it's like 1 stone,
I want to know how
No,
much
that'd
money
be
that is.
£14, mate.
14 pounds. Fuck. 17 pounds
Yeah,
is $23. 23.26. That's what I'm gonna say. 23.26.
Said 18 pounds, 17
Yep.
pounds. What was it?
It was,
17.
about 18 quid.
No,
something
it
like that.
says right on here.
18 is $22.22.
Oh, okay.
Oh my god! Can you tap me on the back or give me a pet with your hand?
No, it's elbows.
Cute. Okay, so Okay, so far we've got British packing peanuts. My children, our beautiful children, said, Dad, did you know if you put it in your mouth and you suck on it, it just disintegrates? I'm like, don't put
Did you get mugged off by your own children?
Please don't put plastic packing peanuts.
Did you try it though?
It's made out of rice.
And they're right.
They're made out of rice.
No way.
Yeah.
Shit, look at Mike's face.
Do it. Try it.
Do it.
Well,
That's
that did
not
not
rice.
take you much convincing.
That's not rice.
No, it really
fucking
didn't.
styrofoam.
It's not the tubular looking ones.
Yeah, they look like.
It tastes like Britain.
Oh, that's not a compliment, mate.
I don't know if you can
Just
see
look
it.
like this with your hand. Watch. Yep.
Yeah, I don't think those are the ones.
No. I think I just put.
If you ever see
Cancer
the
in my
ones
mouth.
that look like a tube,
Yeah.
those ones are made out of rice.
Oh.
I'm not testing your theory. I'm done with those. Okay, so right now I've got green British peanuts that are
Not made of rice.
They are plastic. I think I literally hope this video stays monetized.
Why?
If everything we said, that right there could completely get us fucking.
Why?
No dangerous acts or something.
Some kid's gonna eat a peanut
Oh,
now
a
and-
packing peanut.
Okay, so we have on the little.
Why don't you actually just open
I
the
am
box?
on the right hand side
Fucking
for poor
destroy.
Steven. For Steven, it's on the left hand side. So right here, this. I've got a top side, Mandy. Now, the significance of this is the fact that he's got 17 of them. I've never had a topside single. So, and before I even continue into this package, first, whatever it is, it doesn't matter. Like it does, but like it doesn't matter. I am so fucking grateful that anybody remembers. I don't even remember my birthday. My birthday is April 10th. And I've always wanted a topside specifically for the barrage. So thank you so much, Steven. I'm gonna fucking rock this. I didn't realize, holy shit, how
It's
badassery.
gigantic.
How badassery the
It's a
package
little
is.
Here's
It's got
my
an
top
outstanding
side with
event.
my barrage on it.
Holy shit.
That's beautiful. I want that.
They're
purple.
big. It's a big mod.
Oh,
Mate, that wasn't part of a present. That was just because you moaned and you didn't have one.
this one comes pre-spilled, which I appreciate. Like that's when I love getting like. Listen, when I send mods, I douse them in liquid on purpose.
So people know that.
That I came on, or I put liquid on it. You know what I mean? And I know this is not the part of the present. I know we talked about this, but that is to me because I appreciate it. I'm gonna clean the shit out of that. Oh my gosh! Look at it. It matches my pistols. I didn't show the pistols on YouTube, therefore
They don't exist.
they don't exist. I could be talking about squirt guns. We've got. How about can Maddie do this one?
No, I want you to do it
No, you pull it and I'll just watch.
because you don't know what it is.
No, I genuinely don't.
That is the present.
What is Merle's mods?
Ignacio, you might be the one to open that one, mate.
I was just gonna say.
Merle's mods UK. Custom engraved mechanical tube mods.
I know.
I'm getting a bit swindony. Oh, this is what I thought was broken glass. No, I was shaking it. I haven't even seen anything yet.
Are those coils that spilled out?
No, I think it's magnets.
You're a bit of a cunt, aren't you?
You're not going to say that in a minute. You want to just suck my dick.
Bro.
First things first, mate. As you unravel it, just look at the button.
Not even gonna look at the mud yet. It's got my face on it.
Shut up! Oh my god!
Well, he's still a cunt. You're the nicest cunt I ever met, but there's a giant T-Rex out of this well.
Shut up! Oh my god!
I may like that logo better than I like my actual logo.
Happy
I
birthday,
think I
motherfucker.
might agree with you. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see this. I
Holy
don't know.
shit. No, they'll see it. Let me zoom it in.
If you guys are going to be able to,
I'm gonna get wet eyes.
I'm surprised you hadn't already.
This fucking asshole. Can you read that real quick?
He even called you Nacho.
Oh, I'm aware of what he called me. We've got bad.
Call me when you're going to open this. I don't want to miss it.
Dude.
I might even cry. Happy
Close.
happy birthday, brother. It has to be said. You really are the dog's bollards? I don't even know what that means.
Oh, good play on the word bollocks.
Okay, I thought it was bullocks.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a £5 note. Oh, you motherfucker!
English, motherfucker.
Look at this. Their money's see-through.
There's a fiver for you. It's completely useless, but at least now when you do your English impression, you can
You can something this with the Queen's face on it. You can halves.
I don't know, mate. I've got awful handwriting.
It's
great.
cute little handwriting. It's just kind of hard to
I
read.
gave it a little kiss for you, gay.
Gay.
Gay from that reminds me of Shaun of the Dead. Gay.
Oh,
Thank
I don't
you
know
so
if I
much,
can
bro.
read this out loud.
Read it out loud. I'm gonna. Is it okay if I put this up? If I fucking throw the barrage? This
Nas. Hello, governor.
Hello, governor. Bro,
Oh.
hold on. Mandy, feel the threads on this thing. Feel it. I know you don't know what this means, but how smooth.
It's very smooth. It doesn't feel like it's even doing anything. Like it.
Yeah.
No, I get it. You are indeed. You have to listen though.
I'm listening.
Oh, my eyes are burning. You are indeed a one-of-a-kind gentleman. I'm not a man of many words, so I shall attempt to keep this brief. I hope you have the most. Come here.
Nope, those are Fandabidozi.
Fandabidozy.
Fandabidozi.
Birthday boss, you truly deserve it. I wanted to get you a little something special to show my appreciation to who you are and everything you do.
Oh, bro.
Know this, my brother, of a limited height and restricted arm length, you're always loved and needed. Read that again and let it sink in. safe as fuck, Nas.
Yeah, safe as fuck.
Loads of
He
love.
likes English, doesn't he?
Stephen PH. P.S. I always have a lob on for you.
Yeah.
That was really sweet. That was absolutely perfect.
Has he dropped it already?
He dropped the barrage.
Oh, fuck for that.
Oh, Ray, how did you see it already?
I showed him. I showed Chris as well, and not sure if he's in here, but the fucker wanted me to use it just to make sure it works.
Tina said, I feel like it's Christmas and it's not even for me. Did you show it on camera?
Not yet. I'm trying to keep my cool.
Are you trying to keep your tears?
Yeah, no, I don't have tears.
Water?
Wet eyes.
You trying to keep your wet eyes together?
Yeah. Oh my gosh, look at that.
He's hiding on the floor putting it together. Oh, you guys can see him. Steven, the T-Rex is fucking perfect.
Bro.
Good. I'm glad.
It's really perfect.
It's beyond perfect. I'm not even sure what or how to
Ray said, dude, it was so hard not to even tell him that what it was what it was, but I still was like, I want to see the look on his face when he gets to open it.
Dude.
Yeah.
This is like
he wants you to use it on camera to make sure it
believe me,
works.
about to fucking use the shit out of it.
There you go.
Bro.
Did you send him your logo or did
No,
you?
I don't even know how the fuck he got it.
Yeah, you did. I just lied to you about what it was about.
Oh.
He's pretty gullible that way.
Yeah.
All right, ready? This isn't being retired, but it's definitely going on the back burner for quite some time.
They want you to post a
Nah.
picture of it.
Oh, I will.
You need to show the button, mate.
Oh, show him the button.
Okay.
Only someone with a special ego like yours, mate, needs their own face.
I know. I was just gonna say you definitely knew how to.
Remember.
I was just gonna say you definitely knew how to.
Remember.
There you go.
All right, ready? So what might happen here is that we'll have to send PH some royalties because I may end up by making this exact mod with a couple of different features.
What do you have in there right now? The brown sugar?
Sorry, guys. Hang on. This is 12 milligram.
Oh, what?
Not in that
You're
one. No.
disgusting sometimes, mate.
Yeah.
All right. Let's hit this a little bit harder. I've never hit a single battery mech with the barrage that hits like this. Did you hear that?
Yeah, he's pissed off about something.
Do you guys hear him? Our doors are locked.
Can you guys hear that?
I can't hear anything.
Is that I hear like a vibrating? Is that
Yeah,
Yep, that's him growling.
Thanks, Mad.
Yeah, it sounds like him now.
Hear that? Great.
What the fuck?
No, I'll check.
What's the matter? I think he was sleeping. I'm gonna be honest with you.
The door's locked.
I think he was sleeping. He's even scared. Melissa said her dog's ears are up because she can hear Tank. He may have been sleeping.
Oh boy. Hello, mate. So,
Hello, Pink.
first and foremost, that means way more than I could ever put into words in a public forum like this. However, plain old thank you. I really wasn't expecting this. I thought it was going to be something smart-assy, like really
Well, I mean-
PH-ish. I mean, it was. The worst part about British motherfuckers like him, and the best part about British motherfuckers like him, actually, I don't know anyone else like him, but is the fact that it's the sweetest possible thing with just a little
enough,
butt plug in
like-
the end. Yep, which is my favorite. I genuinely like this logo better than my own.
I think there should be some coils in that box as well, mate.
There absolutely are, and a drip tip. Let's see, authentic
Oh,
card.
yeah. It's the stainless steel one you like.
Yes, it's gorgeous. I haven't even taken it out yet because it's sealed. Hang on a second.
I just want to. Can we talk about where this came from?
Yeah, absolutely. Let's talk about it. It came from Steven.
Merle's Mods.
Merle. Like Merlin.
MURLZ in the UK. Oh, they've got a Facebook and an Instagram.
Holy
Custom
shit.
engraved mechanical tube mods. Yeah, it says MURLZ MODZ. Facebook and Instagram.
This is one of the hardest hitting mechs I've used in a long time.
We would avoid using oil-based polish as it may lift the paint. A jewelry-based polish is it's less abrasive. Works great.
It's got a wax coat finish on
It's absolutely
it.
phenomenal. It's
So
beautiful.
that's probably why.
Yeah, avoid polishing the paint
Glad
with
you
a
like it, mate.
damp. Avoid polishing the paint. Work a damp cloth quick wipe works great.
It's very. It sounds British.
It's kind of hard to understand.
Oh my god! Thank
Polish
you so much.
as close to the etch as possible with an earbud, then rinse off with plain water.
What's an earbud?
Is that a Q-tip?
Cotton bud.
Oh, yeah.
cotton bud?
Yeah. Cotton. No, it's a Q-tip.
A Q-tip.
I don't
It's
know what the
something-
fuck Q-tip is.
No, are you serious?
Oh, yeah, cotton bud. Yeah, an earbud,
Yeah.
mate. Yeah, that's what it is.
I'll punch him in the nuts. You're something special.
That's because you're the right height for it, mate, and yeah.
What did he say?
You're the right height for it. Stupid asshole. Do you see the button?
I saw
See
the
how
button.
pretty the button is?
Yeah.
The most beautiful feature of this.
He's never gonna put it down. He's literally gonna take that with him everywhere.
It's legitimately
I don't know. I give him about 15 minutes before he drops it.
Oh, I'll
Yeah,
drop
for sure.
it. Yeah, I'm gonna
For sure.
I'm gonna break it. It doesn't mean it's not gonna not be with me. Like, hey, do you guys have your own device? What's that? I do. Hit the like button if you haven't done so, guys. Hit the like button to save vaping and to save the coronavirus, or to kill off the
Just save the
coronavirus. So PH, thank you, bro. Thank you. I don't even know what to say right now. Coils are by let's see, custom built TKD coils, handcrafted. Importantly though, let's talk about the subject at hand. PH, are people freaking out? How much ammunition do you guys have left in the stores?
I don't think people are buying guns.
No, we haven't. We're not allowed to carry guns over there. But if you just mean general things in shops, yeah, things are selling out quick, mate.
What are you doing personally to prepare?
Personally, fuck all, because irrelevant of whether people get told to stay off work or not, I have to go in.
What do you do for work?
Security.
I work security.
Okay.
So, but they're making changes at work. They've taken off all biometric scanners, fingerprint scanners, and all that, so that way no one's touching things. But
so there's nothing secure at the security.
I was just gonna say, so they're limiting all of the security features.
You've still got card access, and we can still monitor every single person who comes in and out of the building. So we can still remove access or lock people in individual areas if we need to. But it's just so, because if you've got like 400 people using one fingerprint scanner and one of them's got the virus, chances are more people are going to catch it.
Yep.
This fucking thing hits like a fucking hit harder than the Dreamer.
Did you have to whisper?
It's because it's like phenomenal. It's one ego blow up. Fuck me. So in other words, you're not even giving a fuck, really. I mean, you're just being
Most people have just got that mindset. We're all going to get it, so just get it, build an immunity to it, and crack on.
Yeah,
crack on.
Yep.
It's a very British thing to do. You guys are so much more. You tend to be less vaginas. For a group of people who doesn't have.
I know, but it's
guns.
but they're still panicking. They're still buying all the toilet paper.
Yeah, if you ever seen Shaun of the Dead, I'm assuming it's going to look like that a little bit in a week or two. How many cases are in Britain?
I think it's something like 3,500, something like that. I think only about 35 people have died.
That's a lot of
Last I checked, anyway.
0.1 to 3% is the death rate, guys. That's a legitimate concern. It's like, and I've said this a bunch. People keep comparing it to the flu, and they shouldn't, because the flu death rate is 0.1%. It's 1/10 of 1%, where this is upwards of 1 to 3%. It's a lot scarier. But if I die, I want that mod with me. It's got my face on it.
Can we change topics a little bit?
Of course.
So,
of course, I'm done.
I told Mike you and I have touched base on this a little bit, but I told Mike not to let me forget because I wanted to talk about this. So Andrew Albright, if you guys don't follow him or aren't aware of his posting on the Ninja Militia, he posted something, I think it was last week, that NVE wasn't canceled but was turning into a hemp expo. Are you listening?
Sorry. Yeah. What?
That they turned NVE into a hemp expo instead of a vape convention.
We've been talking about this for a couple of years. This is something that the whole industry has sort of expected. I haven't publicly talked about it because it's not gross, but it's just one of those things where you're waiting for the change. It's because vaping is no longer the new cool thing, and CBD is.
Yeah.
And so of course CBD and vaping go hand in hand, in a lot of different ways. We should have taken the money out of savings, and I fucking told you so, to invest in that CBD company that we talked to 4 years ago. Do you remember?
Okay, can you stay on?
Sorry. Just saying, we'd be wealthy. Yeah, and that's kind of beside the point. We will still be going to ECC if that happens.
But that was my question. I'm curious. I don't know if Mike, if you've heard any buzz about it out there.
I mean, I still haven't heard anything about it, but I'm, what you're saying about the NVE thing doesn't surprise me a whole lot. I know when we were at ECC last summer, there was a lot of CBD stuff there. And I think with the flavor bans going through and all that kind of stuff, this is an opportunity for a lot of those vendors to kind of switch gears and diversify their product lines, keep that money rolling in.
Yeah, no, I was just curious on if anybody else had heard anything about that, or if anybody else had. I mean, I'm not surprised by any means. I feel like, I know you think it's kind of gross, but I also feel like it's the same way. Like, it also is still a relevant way for the vape industry to stay and have these conventions and do these gatherings and have these expos without the name of the negative press it's getting right now.
Right, and it's kind of bizarre. You see CBD is getting some of the best press I've ever seen. Like anything.
Question. I was talking to my mom. My mom takes CBD drops, and she was going to the shop that she gets her stuff from, and she went to go somewhere else to buy it, but there was traces of THC. Is there like a certain amount of THC that can be in
0.001%? Okay. It's from that. If I'm
she
fucking
thought
that up,
it said 10%.
Nope, that's not possible. That's illegal. Anything
I didn't
fucked up off.
Yeah, I didn't think that was right. I didn't think she knew what she was talking about, but
I guess it's real important too to know, when you're buying CBD products, to see where the CBD has been sourced from.
Yep.
Whether it's hemp sourced or if it's THC sourced. There's a lot of different ways they can get CBD products, and then there's a big difference between full spectrum and isolate as well. So I think the full spectrum one is a little more.
God bless me.
God bless you.
If it's bless you, Nos.
Thank you, bro. Bunch of fucking savages.
Yeah. Do you want to touch base about the difference of that a little bit?
0.03. Thank you, Cloud Chaser. I didn't. Yeah, I knew it was something like 0.00 something. So, and that was years old. So yeah, the difference between what CBD and weed?
No, Mike was just talking about. What did you say? Are
those donuts in that bag?
Yes.
Sorry, go ahead.
Like isolates and full spectrum.
Yeah.
Well, with the isolate, they can pull specific things out of when they're processing the plant material to get the CBD out. They can isolate certain portions of the product. Whereas a full spectrum one kind of
just takes it all.
All of the product there.
Okay.
So, I mean, it's different. Your mileage may vary depending on what you use.
What do you mean mileage?
Different effects for different people,
I suppose.
Yeah, she was worried. She didn't want to buy the CBD oil that had THC in it because she was afraid it was going to show up on a drug test. Would it?
That little amount? No, absolutely not. No, absolutely not. I think I've got the corona.
Are you saying that of knowledge or of assumption?
I've smoked weed with you.
Excuse me. I know, but she takes it every night.
Oh, if it's 10%, for sure it'll show up.
No. The 0.03 or whatever. 0.3.
No. I mean, unless even if they're doing hair samples, where like it's. I
just was curious if on every night, if you were taking CBD that had 0.3% THC in it, would it show up on a drug test?
If they're doing a specific drug test, meaning like they can test the actual trace amounts, like if like down to that parts per thousand.
No, just like a.
Then yes, but a regular standard piss test, no, should be fine. Tell her to stop doing it. It makes me feel sick to my stomach. CBD doesn't work. It's not real. I don't think it actually exists.
We had this conversation last week, and I think somebody had said you were wrong.
Well, he just like saying anything doesn't exist.
Spaghetti monster, bro. I'm telling you, CBD is just the new snake oil. Everyone's doing it. It's like this vape thing. It'll go away.
It's the new essential oils.
It's the newest. It's like the candle fucking pyramid schemes. You know what I'm talking about? Like the Louise, the expensive legs, the jeggings, the Lululemons.
No.
What? You know what upsets me?
What?
In fact, this is probably one of my biggest pet peeves. Is like, listen, Listen, when I get on Instagram, the tactics, any of these things, okay, and I see these big booty bitches with their yoga pants shoved into their fucking uterus, and they're pretending like squat day, and they have zero fucking pictures of them actually doing squats. Zero. None.
Don't worry, he'll dig through every single one of her videos to see.
Yeah. And you legit booty growth, and they'll show a before and after, and it's the exact same photo with different leggings on. Like,
You
bro,
would know, mate. The phone is that close to your face.
and zoomed in. Bro,
Hashtag tiny arms.
you're lucky this thing is phenomenal. Although, you know how dope it is to have something I invented with my face on the bottom of it, from top to bottom.
It's like your ego wrapped into one device.
Oh, fuck.
And he already dropped it. What did you say? 15 minutes? I don't even think we made it that long. Yeah, I don't think we even made it that long.
Steven.
Should have started a poll. Yes, mate.
I love you like the day is long or something. I'm going to kick you off of here. Is that okay?
Okay, yeah, that's cool. I'll go back upstairs. Carry on watching.
I'm going to give you a call in the morning when I'm pooping. As per usual. I call LMI, and then, dude, thank you. The top side is going to be a part of the rotation. I'm going to give it a shot.
I was going to say, I'm curious about that.
Me too, genuinely. This one here may or may not ever actually come off of the barrage or vice versa. Like, that is a match made in Havana or Swindon. Same thing, you know?
You need to make sure you thank Chris as well, mate, because he helped me with that idea.
Chris, thank you.
Benoit, bald bastard, big beard.
I'm aware who the Benoit is. Chris Benoit, dude. Oi! Chris Benoit.
Did you just fart?
No. Did it smell like it?
A little bit.
No, I just showered.
So your farts don't stink after you shower?
Well, no, I don't fart after I shower.
Oh, okay.
You know that.
Sheds the head of his ass first.
Yeah. I clean my intestines when I shower.
Bob Ellis isn't calling you short arms. He's saying you're reach impaired.
Thank you, Bob Ellis.
That's a new one.
I'm genuinely digging this. I might have to make this a militia logo, if that's all right with you.
Yeah, crack on, mate.
The T-Rex with the Thesis himself. Tim came up with the logo where my face is in the T-Rex's mouth, and I'm sort of liking this idea. Big show to chef.
The T-Rex's head.
It'd be fucking dope. Love you, bro.
Yes, mate. Yes, you take care. Easy governor.
Easy governor. That's my favorite shit right there. Yeah, man. So to make a long story short, in the summation of this whole situation is this.
I want to know how he knows to call you Nacho. How does he know that?
Can we bringing things up when it's clearly not a part of the conversation?
Okay.
Is that water?
Where? Yes.
May I have it? Thank you, my love. What am I going to do with this? A sip? How'd your day go?
I'm ready to go to bed and eat that donut, though. Oh, you really just finished the rest of my water.
Mm-hmm.
That would have lasted me till morning.
Oh, you're a crazy person. I eat 4 of those before by the time I go to bed. Final summation is this. Hold on, let's do it correctly.
Wash your hands.
Our final summation is this. Take it away.
Wash your hands.
Don't make out with strangers.
Stay out of the public.
Stay out of the public pool.
No groups over. 25 is still a lot.
That's a lot, man.
I think 25 is still a lot.
Like, I would consider group sex to be more than 5 people.
I'd say under 10.
Yeah, under 10 is, I would say, like, our house is 8, and I'm sometimes thinking about kicking the kids out. You know what I mean? So it's, I would say 4 people.
Or just none. Or just self-quarantine.
Just self-quarantine. Dude, like.
Stay healthy.
Picture me walking out of the studio, red-eyed and sweaty. I did it.
Don't buy all the toilet paper.
I've seen all of Pornhub. All of it. Everything. In 3 weeks. Excuse me. You know what I'm saying? Do you guys know that the content uploaded to Pornhub is significant? It's lower, but it's a significant percentage in comparison to YouTube. that crazy?
That is crazy. Don't touch your face. Giant. Gavin Giant.
What?
Gavin, don't touch your face. You're not supposed to touch your face.
That's not how it's airborne.
I know, but you wash your hands and don't touch. Then why the fuck are we washing our hands if it's airborne?
It is. Here, should we do a public PSA quick? It's 30 seconds. Michael Osterholm.
Love each other. Be kind, and nobody go crazy. If you're in line at Target for the last roll of toilet paper, split it in half.
Split it in half. Cute.
Be nice.
I would never do that. All right, here we go, guys. And you and me will discuss this. This is a reaction video. Okay.
Oh, what? We were signing off.
No, yeah, we're about to right now. Share computer sound. Boom sauce. Ready, baby? Here it is.
Experience.
What you said when you sat down was absolutely perfect. That the timing could not have been better. Well, tell everybody what you do, Michael.
Well, thank you. I'm for lack of a better term, a medical detective. I've spent my whole career tracking infectious
He's had a lot of
diseases
work
down
done
and
on his
trying to
face.
stop them.
Maybe.
His skin is way too smooth.
Skin rejuvenation for sure.
Yeah, definitely Botox in those wrinkles. Those forehead wrinkles are gone.
He's also, you can tell he's an academic. Look at his eyebrows. See how high they go? Like this. It's
But
like,
there's no wrinkles on there.
no, it's bizarre because all the ones that go above his left eyebrow it's pretty bad.
Yep.
It's not even good work.
Yep.
Trying to understand where they come from so we can make sure they don't happen in the first place. But most of all,
So I don't know what he looked like until now. His voice definitely looks like the way he looks.
And he needs a new haircut.
And he looks similar to the sloth on Ice Age.
Oh, yeah.
To John Leguizamo.
Yep.
Respond to situations just
Also
like
looks like he
this.
smokes weed.
Just like this. And
Joe Rogan looks like he has a
just
dip in his bottom lip.
Always.
Off the bat, how serious is this? Is this something that we need to be terrified of, or is this overblown, or how do you stand on this?
Well, first of all, you have to understand the timing of it in the sense that it's just beginning.
Fuck it. So there it is, right there. It's true. Trump. They're trying to murder. They're trying to take out the first mate. The commander.
Maybe they're trying to get rid of all the boomers so that we still have Social Security left.
That's what I've heard too. That's terrible.
I just made that up.
And so,
I didn't hear that until I just made that up in my brain.
I have heard that.
Okay.
Wow. That's Mandy. That's pretty good.
So in terms of what hurt, pain, suffering, death has happened so far is really just beginning.
Awesome. This is phenomenal clip.
This is going to unfold for months to come yet. And that's, I think, what people don't quite yet understand. What we saw in China, I'm convinced, as are many of my colleagues, as soon as they release all of these...
He's a professor at University of Minnesota.
Social distancing, these mandated stay in homes, haven't left your home in weeks and weeks kind of thing. When they go back to work, they're on planes, trains, subways, buses, crowded spaces, manufacturing plants. Even China is going to come back again.
His upper lip doesn't move.
It doesn't. It makes him untrustworthy, I think. I think he doesn't know any. I just told everyone to watch this. You guys should. I've listened to the whole thing 2 or 3 times already, and I'm telling you right now, his upper lip and his Botox work he's not trustworthy.
Yeah.
And so this really is acting like an influenza virus, something that transmits very, very easily through the air.
Boom, told you.
Now have data to show that you're infectious before you even get sick. And in some cases, quite highly infectious. Just breathing is all that you need to do.
Do you have a fever?
So from
It's hard to tell. If it is, it's very low.
Am I dying?
Hopefully not. Maybe you just have a UTI. Push play.
From this perspective, I can understand why people would say, well, wait a minute, flu kills a lot more itself every year than this does. And I remind people this is just the beginning. Probably the best guesstimate we have right now on what limited data we have would say this is going to be at least 10 to 15 times worse than the worst seasonal flu year we see.
10 to 15 times worse in terms of fatalities?
Yeah. And just
the fact that he just put his glasses on in that regard tells us right now, not only does he not know what he's talking about, he can't even memorize stats.
I brought some numbers. We conservatively estimate that this could require 48 million hospitalizations.
I said 49. He said 48. Who are you going to trust? A guy with glasses looking down or me looking into the camera?
Okay, so you said this was super great with a lot of information, and now you're just saying this guy's an idiot.
Well, yeah, because you started the joke about the Botox.
Yeah, I didn't say anything about what he's saying.
I was taking it in hyperbole, like like exaggerating because it's funny.
Oh.
Maybe that guy was right. I should stop trying to be funny. Just whatever.
96 million cases actually occurring.
Can we talk
over
to him about his
400
glasses so we can make it better again? Look at his glasses, though, for real. The leopard print.
Oh, they are.
He probably got them at Walgreens.
480,000 deaths that can occur over the next occurring over 480,000 deaths that can occur over the next 3 to 7 months with this
Holy
situation.
shit, I don't
So
remember that.
this is not one that to take lightly. And I think that's what I can understand if you say there's only been 10 deaths or 20 deaths or 50 deaths. Just remember, 2 weeks ago, we were talking about almost no cases in the United States. And now that we're testing for it and watching the spread as it's unfolding, those numbers are going up astronomically. 3 weeks ago, Italy was just living life just fine. Now they're literally in a virtual shutdown in the northern parts of Italy. And that's the challenge with an infectious disease like this. It can spread very quickly, and it also can affect people. I think maybe to put this into modern terms, because this is something we think of often when we think of
So what they're saying is this thing's going viral? Too soon? Too soon?
pre-antibiotic days, the old-time medicine. We have an employee at our Center for Infectious Disease Research and Policy at the University of Minnesota, and she has a dear friend who lives in Milan, Italy, and she works at a hospital there. And she texted this to this employee of ours last night. And this was an email that came out yesterday from one of their physicians in Milan at the largest hospital there. And he said, I just got a very disturbing message from a cardiologist at one of the Milan's largest hospitals. They're deciding who they have to let die. They aren't screening the staff anymore because they need all hands on deck, and they have very small areas of the hospital dedicated to non-COVID patients where they still screen doctors. Everybody else is dedicated to COVID patients, so even if they're positive, meaning that they're sick, but they don't have a severe cough or fever, then they have to work. He says that they're seeing an alarming number of cases in the 40-something age range, and these are horrible cases. So we need to stop thinking that this is only an old person's disease. This is what's going to unfold, not just in Wuhan, it's unfolding in Milan, it's unfolding here in Seattle, and this is what's going to continue to rollingly unfold throughout the world.
Yeah,
Okay.
where did this rumor come?
I think this is enough to get people to go.
No, let's
No, because I actually know I just want to, I want to wait because I want to watch.
it's gonna get better right in minute 5.
From that it's an old person's disease? Is it just because the majority of the people that have died from it so far have been older?
Yes. In fact, that's the primary risk factor for dying is being old and then having certain underlying health problems. For example, in China, those men over the age of 70 who also smoked, 8 to 10% of them died. 65% of older Chinese men smoke. The case fatality rate, or the percentage of people who die in women in that same age group, is only about 2%. In that case, very few women smoke. Now, the challenge we have is that that's the Chinese data. But there are a series of risk factors that we worry about that if they overlay on this disease are going to cause bad outcomes. And we happen to be right at ground zero for one of the major ones here in this country, and that's obesity. We know that obesity is just like smoking in terms of its ability to really cause severe life-threatening disease, and 45% of our population today over the age of 45 in this country are obese or severely obese, and there's men and women. So one of the concerns we have is we're going to see more of these, what I guess I would call very serious and life-threatening cases occur in our country because of a different set of risk factors than we saw in China.
Boom. So right there in and of itself is where we're going to stop that. If you guys haven't watched it, if you haven't listened to that specific podcast, the Jerry, Michael Osterholm, do so. Again, not fear mongering here. I've been trying to tell Mandy this for a week, and she's blown it off, and I blew it off the first 3 weeks of anything. I'm openly admitting to that. I didn't even think it existed. I thought it was a spaghetti monster. Period. So and I was wrong, and I'm happy to admit when I'm wrong. This is one of those times where fucking I wish I wasn't. Be careful, guys.
Take care of yourself.
Take care of yourselves. We're not going anywhere. Make sure you say that out loud.
Yeah.
We're not going anywhere. In fact, we may end up by being live, an extra day or something, for more content. And then on top of that, I do have another, more reviews. I will be posting reviews. That's not going away. However, it's going to be as slow as China's shipping right now. And I have shipped more Patreon packages. I will this week. I can't guarantee they're going to get there in a timely manner because of the situation going on, but they will get there. I promise. So with that said, guys, we appreciate the fuck out of each and every one of you hanging out. Mandy,
We do.
tell them not to make out with strangers.
Don't make out with strangers.
And don't touch your
Use your
face.
elbows.
Use your elbows. We're going to have sex tonight, but I'm going to cover in a plastic bag or plastic sheet with a mouth hole. And we'll figure it out from there. Lots of lube. Okay. Bitch, it's okay, some other truckers. Now, with that being said, I want to say I appreciate y'all being with Thesis. It is your Thesis. We are out. Please don't get out. Yeah.
Right.
Keep vaping. I forgot how to end it. Hold on. Bitches! I'll give it a shot.